that is everything which I actually followed in my whole career journey. So that is what I have laid out here. It can be different for different people. It depends upon how you want to take your charge on your career. So first we can go through the PPT and then we can take questions. And I'm happy to answer any questions, right? So let's start with my introduction. So currently I'm working as a software engineering consultant at Volvo Cars. Formerly, I was a software engineer intern from Volvo Cars as well. And before that, I did some internships when I was in my university years, which was in Bon Monkey as a game developer. And I have I have been a college topper in ML and AI with the 8.57 CGPA, and I have 9 Scopus publications. And currently, I'm like the top mates, top 1% mentor. So, yep. So let's move towards the PPT. So I welcome you all to the software engineering career journey presentation, where we will explore the path from freshman to senior year. So what are actually the skills required for this role actually, like for software engineering or any kind of role? If you are trying to get into DevOps, if you're trying to get into roles like cloud architect, cloud roles like data science. So what are actually the core skill
Listen,
sets?
sorry, sir, to interrupt you, but I please request you to do this as a full screen
Okay,
so
yeah,
that
for sure.
every can have a good view. Sorry, you can please
Yes.
continue.
Yes. So actually, what are the skill sets which are required to master like to get like a high LPA job? So this is like more or less my skill set which I have, all the things which I have studied till now. First of all is the programming, which is C++, Python, Java, and C. You can choose any one of them and master any one of them. It depends on how you want to do it or which career path you want to choose. If you're looking for more into data science and stuff, you should go with Python, I suggest. And then if you're looking for more core development, such as development with the core ECU or development with the what do you say, like IoT devices, so you can use C++ for this. Then you have web development skills, which is like important if you wanna land into full stack development, such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React, MERN stack, and other things as well, such as JSON, jQuery, and MongoDB, etc. Then you have database management. If you're looking forward in the future for like being a database management, like system, what do you say, the system owner or something. Then you have MySQL, PostgreSQL, and MongoDB as well if you want to do it and if the company has this architecture in them. Then for cloud platforms, you always choose Kubernetes, Jenkins, AWS, Azure, Docker. For app development, you have Flutter, Kotlin, and Android, which is provided by Google. If you are looking for iOS and skills in Android, then you should go with Flutter, I'll say, so that you can develop apps in both of them. And it's a nice intuitive way to do app development. Miscellaneous is actually related to my skills which I learned during my internships, such as Artifactory, Car Weaver, and Canalizer. These are the things which are more related to what do you say, car industry, automotive industry. So it's quite different. Miscellaneous skills, I will still say you shouldn't focus that much apart from GitHub. But for now, you should maybe it's better to focus over the skills which are above miscellaneous actually. So we go from freshman year. So first year of the university, everybody's happy, everybody's enjoying life, and are excited to to be in the university, make new friends, and you don't have that much time. So first thing which I will always suggest is focusing over building your basics of programming. I know in first year everybody thinks that okay, we should take it slow, we should not work hard towards our goal for now. But I disagree with that actually, because starting from my first year onwards, I started working with my basic skills straight away because the goal was always clear, was just to get a nice and a high pay package. And for that, you need to be ahead of the game. That's what my what do you say? My tip for you is, so to be ahead of the game, you have a lot of courses for C++, Java, and Python. So there is a full course of C++ tutorials from Code Academy, uh, which you can follow. I have links to these PPTs. Like I have links here, which you can follow straight away. So if we open it, can you guys see my screen still, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
So this is like a course from Free Code Camp for C++, if you want to learn C++, uh, starting and basics for first semester, because that is what you require in first semester. You don't have to go intensively into C++. Otherwise, for Java, you have courses from what do you say, from this guy called Code with Harry. If you are looking for things in Hindi, this is like the best resource, I will say, uh, to learn Java actually. Then you have for Python, there is a special Udemy course called uh, Complete Python Bootcamp from Zero to Hero, from where you can learn Python. So if you are interested in any one language, you should follow these links, and you should start with actually. Uh, in my starting, what I will suggest is always go with C++, okay, for understanding the complete basics, or Java starting. But at the end, like in the future, if you're looking to work in more into data, then you can switch to Python, because switching to Python is easy as compared to switching from Python to C++. What I say this because the you have more handling or more flexibility in C++. In Python, you have libraries pre-built, and you can straight away use them. But if you work with C++, you go and understand the core concepts of how the programming works, how the pointers work, and how object-oriented programming works, everything. So that is good to learn actually. So I will suggest either choose C++ or Java for the first semester, and then move towards Python in the future if you want to work in data. Then in second semester, yeah, now it's like the second semester is the time when you should, you want to earn some money as well at the same time, and develop some skills, right? So usually what people do in universities is either they become a full stack web developer, or a MERN stack developer, and develop sites or apps for people online or clients. I have seen like some of my friends, they started startups based on this, learning by learning web development. Uh, so that is like a good thing to have actually. So there is actually a course called I can show you 1 second. It's in Udemy. Mhm. Complete Web Development Bootcamp from Angela Yu actually. It's one of the best courses which I have done by myself. It's a complete 2024 web development bootcamp in which you can learn everything like React.js, Node.js, PostgreSQL, Web3, Definity. So all the things you can learn from there. So it's a nice course to have. Then if you want to learn MERN-Stack, then there is this course called the course is MERN-Stack 2024 edition, MongoDB, Express, React, and Node.js. So if you're looking to like earn some money during your second semester or onwards, you should maybe invest some time in learning skills which are like more product based, you can say. Because C++ is more core based, and when you want to showcase some work and create some worth out of your time and skill sets and want to learn more, I think so it's better to start doing a little bit of freelancing on web development or Android development. Either way, the things that you love actually, right? So third semester is the time when you start focusing over DSA, and this is the exact time when universities such as Chandigarh University start with their DSA courses. In third semester onwards, they have DSA courses. You will get introduction to DSA straight away. And this is the time when you should start focusing over DSA, because it's one of the core skills which is very like asked during interviews. So the interview process, which looks like, is first you have first is like a first round is kind of like you apply for the role and then you get your resume shortlisted. Then you have some DSA and aptitude rounds, and then there is a final interview round. So you people will definitely ask you DSA in your interviews. If you are looking for roles in web development, there might be a case that they won't ask you, or in Android development, they might not ask you. But most of the core development, roles such as software engineering, DevOps, and everything, they will definitely ask you DSA. So it's better to start early than before, right? After, so it's very good to start early. So my highest recommendation over here is Lovebubba's DSA course, which is like it's a gold mine actually. Then second will be Stiver's A to Z DSA sheet. If you guys don't know about it, I can show you here. It's once again. So it's but so this is the complete playlist. So I've also saved this playlist because I followed it myself and I learned every single lecture from this playlist. It's highly recommended. You should definitely watch this. And the main thing is be consistent with it. The problem with a lot of people is that they start, but then they end everything in like 1 month or something, and they're like, ah, we cannot do it because it's too much, because the videos are too long, but the videos have a lot of information in it. Then you have A to Z DSA sheet, A to Z DSA sheet, Striver. So this is also a very nice resource if you want to study in a structured way for all the basics such as arrays, linked lists, binary search, recursions, everything. They have different lead code and multiple questions which from which you can learn and which you can apply. So this is highly recommended to start with in third semester. Then when you come to fourth semester, start lead coding. If you are looking for a high package, you need to start lead coding or coding on different platforms such as Geeks for Geeks, or either on what do you say on Code Forces, some of the platforms. But I recommend lead code because it's kind of intuitive and it has a nice UI. I like it actually better than others because Code Forces has doesn't have a nice UI actually, so I don't like it that much. But lead code is a nice place where you can also find out which company has asked a particular question and which company has asked it before in different interviews and how to solve it. And there are a lot of people who are doing it on a daily basis. They have daily challenges. Uh, by the end of every month, if you complete all their challenges, you get a special what do you say, badge or something, which is like kind of nice if you want to keep up with everything. Then in fourth semester, what I will suggest is you should also focus over doing some projects. So some of the good projects which you can do in machine learning is actually there's a YouTube channel called Campus X, from where you can start learning projects and stuff. So it's like Campus X YouTube. Maybe he has changed his name. I don't know. Shouldn't have done. Yeah, no, he didn't. So he has a lot of projects and other stuff here in his playlists. It's like 100 days of MLOps, maths for machine learning. Then you have there should be introduction to NLP. There were, yeah, Firebase expert expense tracker project. A lot of different kind of projects which you can make, and these are like quite good projects, more like industry level projects which you can actually work upon. And this will give you a little bit of hint into machine learning and AI. And you can practice everything else from a resource called Kaggle. So from here, you can enroll into competitions. You can work over different kind of projects, such as house price prediction and spaceship Titanic datas and everything. Like you can work over different kind of projects, different kind of datas, and this gives you a heads up towards what is coming for you in the future, right? If you want to learn machine learning, A to Z, there is actually another course on Udemy. It's called machine learning uh, from zero to hero, Udemy. Okay. Or maybe it's A to Z actually, I guess. Because I followed the same courses in my during my college years. Yeah, this one. Yep, this one. Machine learning A to Z, AI, Python, and R plus ChatGPT price. So this is actually a nice and they are like they're not expensive actually. If you look at the price, they are 449. You can easily pay it. One course or two course a semester and it's all good. It's they take you through everything from data pre-processing, regression, different kind of regressions, from classification algorithms, clustering, association rule learning, everything you want to learn, you can learn it from here. And if you are from a field in AI and ML in and studying AI and ML in Chandigarh University, this is a highly recommended course if you want to learn everything. Then for the fifth semester, continue working on your DSA skills. Don't stop DSA because it's like a marathon, I'll say. DSA is like a marathon. You need to study every day. It's not like you study for a month and then okay, goodbye, I don't want to study it anymore and I've it's done and dusted. No, you have to study and do questions every day. Then for projects in DevOps, if you're looking to work into CI/CD, so what does a CI/CD mean actually? That is more or less a big question. So if you are looking to be a DevOps engineer, so CI/CD is kind of a term which will come to you quite frequently. CI/CD means continuous integration and continuous development. So suppose there is actually a pipeline. So suppose this is a pipeline and this is where the code enters the pipeline. So there are different stages in the pipeline. So you first merge the code in a big pipeline. Pipeline means a stream of data, right? So you enter the code into the pipeline. The data is getting tested at some point in the pipeline, and then it goes directly to the consumer. So some of the times you might have seen that Instagram has changed their layout, now and then without you even being updating the Instagram, and it directly changes everything. Suppose sometimes it's like the story button was down, sometimes the story button is up. You look at different places from where you can like upload a post or something. They change it quite frequently right now. So how it's done? It's because of CI/CD. They have a pipeline to send software directly to the customer. So they put the code inside the main merge field, and then they send the code after testing directly to the consumer. Sometimes you update it. Sometimes it just shows up in their code base directly because it's done changes in the code base. So it's like it's quite intuitive and quite easy to do. So if you want to learn CI/CD, there is actually a complete CI/CD bootcamp course called CI/CD, or I can maybe copy this link because I don't remember the actual name of the course. Yeah. So Docker and Kubernetes, the complete practical guide from Bogdan, I guess. So yeah, Bogdan. So this is like the course which I also did during my when I was looking for internships and stuff during my fifth semester. And this is when I did my game development internship, I did a lot of work on CI/CD because I was given the opportunity to create a CI/CD pipeline for a complete game. So I did that, and I learned it from this place, from this Docker and Kubernetes, the complete practical guide. Then you have app development. If you want to do app development, there is a complete course from Angela Yu called Flutter Bootcamp. the complete Flutter development bootcamp with Dart. So this for me, what I think is it's better to learn Flutter than Kotlin, because in Kotlin you only focus on Android applications, and in the end you will have to learn iOS as well, like Swift, to make iOS applications. Instead of learning two languages, which can be hectic, it's better to learn one in which you can make both of the things. So Flutter is actually a Google source. It's provided by Google, and it's quite intuitive to make both of them, like iOS applications as well as applications for Android as well. Right. So then it comes to your sixth semester, where you still need to work over DSA and development. What I'll suggest is that when you are in your sixth semester, you need to have a combination of good projects and DSA. You might have seen a lot of creators talking about, okay, you should only work on DSA and shouldn't work on things like projects, but that is completely wrong. For me, it's good to have a balance between both of them, right? You should have a good balance between DSA and development. So for that, you should always still do courses on DSA, like questions on DSA, and you should do good app development projects, which you can find it here. I have a link of courses. So this thing, like the PPT, I will share it with the Alexa group, and they can share it to you guys, and everybody can use it. Okay, the course is no longer available. I think so. They changed it. No worries. We have another one. Okay. So I can update the link of these courses. I think so. They are no longer taking any enrollments. So that might be a problem actually. But no worries. I will change these links and I'll send it to Alexa group. Now in sixth semester, what is important is to work over your aptitude as well. Since when you are doing when the companies will come to the campus, the first round is actually the resume selection. Second round will be your aptitude round. So in that aptitude round, you need to be prepared, right? So there is a YouTube channel called Campus Monk, which is by Rachit Rastogi. It's a very nice YouTube channel. They provide everything in Hindi. You can learn stuff in Hindi. And the thing is that which sets apart this channel is because they try to provide questions based on the companies. Which company has asked what type of question in their aptitude round? They have a complete playlist about it for TCS, for Infosys, for Google, for Meta, everything. They have a different playlist for everything, and you can always go through and learn from them, right? Different DSA questions and everything. Sorry, not DSA, aptitude questions. Then in seventh semester, you should also focus over system design. Apart from doing aptitude and lead coding, you should focus over system design. So for system design, I recommend Gate Smashers, because it has a nice intuitive way to make you learn system design, because it's quite important. Since in the future you might be working with you might be working over a new feature or over a new platform, where you might need to create a system on your own, right? And companies such as Google, they are looking towards people who have knowledge about low level design and high level design. So they ask questions in the tech industry now on system design as well. So you need to practice system design as well when you are in your seventh semester. It's not very hard and it's not a long course. So that is why it's recommended from Grade Smashers, because you get a gist of it. They don't want you to implement everything in front of them, but they just want you to be, the concepts about it. Eighth semester. So same thing. Now it's like the time when you guys will be, like, the companies will be coming to your campuses, and you will be sitting into your placements and stuff. And most of the time you might not land the job which you wanted, right? So you don't have to be like it shouldn't be like कि यार मेरे से नहीं हो पाएगा. You shouldn't give up actually. Things take time. So that is why you should still focus over the core concepts such as DSA, aptitude, and system design. You shouldn't leave them. Keep hustling during that period as well. It shouldn't be like, no, things are not going well for me, or things are not, so don't give up on that, on those things. Okay, so we have talked about these things, like which courses you need to do and everything else. Now these are like the 10 tips which is very important for you to follow actually. uh First one is actually do one internship in each semester after semester 2, right? It can be hectic for you as well, but you learn a lot from internships, right? So from semester 3 onwards, you can start looking for internships. You will not land an internship straight away. If they ask you to do a stuff for free for the first or second internship, it's okay. It's completely okay because you don't have experience and you might be adding a lot of value to them, but it can be difficult for you to land an internship with like 10,000 rupees first, or like 50,000 rupees. No, it's quite difficult. So first you can work for free for 1 or 2 months, and based on how you have done your work, you can always renegotiate with the recruiter. Second is apply on portals like Internshala, LinkedIn, Indeed, Naukri, Unstop, and Glassdoor. If you're looking for internships, if you're looking for jobs as well. So these are the highly recommended portals in India which you should follow. Then publish one research paper in each semester in Scopus. So your teachers will definitely ask you to do it, and you should definitely try to publish those research papers. I'll give you an example. So during my interview with Volvo Cars, when I was interviewing for the, what do you say, for the internship program, I specifically told, informed my recruiter that, okay, I have these research papers, 5 research papers, which are already in Scopus in IEEE, and they are already being published, or some of them are getting published. Then he asked me specifically which research papers were them. I told him I did one research paper regarding pothole detection. So I created an app which was it was like a combination of machine learning with mobile development. It can detect with 96% accuracy. It could detect potholes, and he was quite impressed with the research what I did, and he specifically noted that into his diary. When they are recruiting you, they have a page or a diary where they will mark you. So he specifically wrote that point in his diary, which I saw, and that actually gave me an edge while getting recruited into the company. Then fourth is actually tailoring your resume to be ATS friendly. So maybe a lot of you guys don't know what is actually ATS. It's called an applicant tracking system. So this applicant tracking system is actually a AI which actually checks the keywords which are present in your resume, and matches it with the keywords in your what do you say, in your CV, right? So from the resume and the job description, it matches, and based on that, it categorizes your CV as first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and the recruiters will look over the top 10, right? Top 10 CVs. So the best way is to actually go to ChatGPT, ask what keywords are there in the resume, and put them inside your resume, right? So your resume should be ATS friendly. I can show you one example of how ATS friendly, what do you say, a resume looks like. That is like my personal resume, which I have. So one second. So if I go to, maybe it's better to go to my LinkedIn because it's present there as well. This is my, yeah, resume, I guess. Yep. So this is how an ATS friendly resume looks like. Nothing fancy, no colors. It's not important for you to be fancy or more like graphic designing stuff or something, right? So you have a professional ceremony. You have your experience section laid out with proper bullet points. You have your contact information here. Then you have your education section laid out where it says when you were passed out, when you passed and graduated, and what is your CGPA and stuff. Then I like to do something like this in technical skills, like bifurcating them into different categories, such as programming, libraries and frameworks, data management, cloud platforms, and you bifurcate them accordingly. Then you have your projects and their links attached to it, all the projects that you have done, all the publications that you have done. So this is like more or less like a resume which you apply when you have like 1 or 2 years of experience, right? Because my experience section is quite big, but for freshers, it's highly suggested that you work on with only one-page resumes. If you are a fresher, you are trying to apply for a job, go with one-page resumes. Do not go with two-page resumes because it's too much for information for the recruiter to know, right? So this is how it looks like actually. So this is like a template which is used by most IITs, which I used it, and it is used by most of the recruiters, most of the people who are applying for jobs actually. So this is like a highly recommended one, right? Then okay, where were we? Yeah, here. So you need to optimize your LinkedIn and celebrate small to small achievements over it in order to reach out. So when you are in the in the recruitment, right? People in the recruitment like to know about people who are who have their LinkedIn updated, and they are posting some of the stuff which is related to their field. I used to post about what courses I have done. I used to post about uh, AI and stuff. I used to post about software engineering skills. I still post on my LinkedIn. So you can try to do that. It gives you a nice reach to the recruiters, and they give you it gives you a nice edge as well, because then the recruiter knows what you're talking about actually, right? So then you have add all the sections in LinkedIn recommended by LinkedIn over your profile. It can be publications, it can be test scores, it can be everything. So if we go to my LinkedIn, so you will see a lot of sections from the start. You have my about section, which talks about me. Then you have a featured section where it has all the links to my profiles, my website, my CV, a big CV, right? And other things. Then you have an experience section where you add your experiences, an education section, what you have learned in the education, what is your current CGPA and everything. Then you have license and certifications where you can find out all the license and certifications I've done. So you can see I'm still learning. In October 2024, I did a Apache Kafka series, learn Apache Kafka for beginners. I'm still currently studying as well. So computer science is a field in which you have to study every day. It's not like a field where you can just stop after you graduate. You have a project section where you can lay out your projects. I'm still doing the Strivers A to Z DSA sheet, still doing problem of the day at LeetCode, right? Then you have recommendations and publications. You can show them your awards and honors and test scores and languages. So you should add as much information as you can on your LinkedIn, right? Then, okay, same thing which I told you before, keep a balance between DSA and development. It's very important. If you want to learn SQL, you can learn it from the university, because university has a very nice like what do you say, a nice structure about SQL. They make you learn pretty good with SQL. I liked it a lot when I was in my university. Then if you wanna, you should always upload your projects on GitHub. From this, what you will learn is how to have version control. So suppose you know how it works with the apps, or apps always have like one or two, like suppose Instagram. So Instagram was launched with 1.1, maybe in the future it will be 1.2, 2.1, 3.1. So what is this? This is actually a version control. So always what they do is they send their data or their code over to GitHub, and they make new versions out of it. Means the code is getting updated, it's getting improved over the years. So that is what you learn from putting your projects and updating them over the years on GitHub. And this is like the one which like nobody talks about a lot, is maintaining a CGPA of 8 or above. Okay, if you guys have a CGPA of 6.9 or something, I really want you to step up now, right? Uh, the main thing, I'm saying this because during your placement season, a lot of companies will be coming to the campuses, and they will specifically ask for specific CGPAs. If you have a CGPA above 8, you can sit in almost every company. But if your CGPA is less than 8, you might miss out on 50% of placements. So this is like a criteria which companies have. So it's very important for you guys to have a CGPA of 8 or above. And it's not that hard actually. You guys can do it. I know everybody has a capacity, but you can, take out some time out of your friends and put it towards your studies, right? Because the only thing which will give you long-term ROI is your studies. Okay. But apart from that, I know it's good to have friends, but uh, you also need to say no when it's required. Right? It's very important. I used to say no to a lot of parties so that I can study as well. That doesn't mean that I didn't enjoy my college life. You have to have a balance between what you want to do in life and who you want to hang out with, right? So this is my tips. Okay, so some of the things like which roles are in high demand right now abroad, right? Which you guys also wanted to know is cloud architect. So cloud architect is actually a person who's responsible for designing, managing, and seeing all the cloud computing strategies over a company, right? To make it scalable, secure, cost effective, and it aligns with the business goals. So for this role, what skills which you require is already in front of you, such as AWS, Azure, Google Cloud, any one of them. Networking fundamentals, which you will learn in computer networks. So I will definitely recommend for you to make good notes on some of the topics. First is DSA. Second is operating systems. Third is computer networks. Fourth is computer architecture. Fifth is system design. Maybe I'm missing one or two else, but these are like very important ones. You should make notes, like proper notes when the teachers are teaching you. Make very good notes out of it because they will help you a lot in your placements. Then for security, you can learn cybersecurity and encryption protocols and automation tools. You must learn Kubernetes, Docker, and Terraform. It's very important for you to learn Kubernetes, Docker, and Terraform if you're looking for a cloud architect role.
मतलब 31 को पापा ने बैंक में जाके वो
So
RTGS
now
था
let's talk about the
अरे
data,
30
since
वही
data is
last
like the gold mine right now everywhere. Data scientists roles are in high demand, but there is a but in data scientist roles. Data scientists, this role you usually get when you have done your masters. So you shouldn't expect straight away from your bachelor's that you will get a data scientist role. You might get it if you're very good at it, but it will happen once or twice out of 100 people. So this is some kind of a role which you should focus when you have done your masters, right? So for this, what you need to master is Python or R. You should have good knowledge about SQL, machine learning algorithms, data visualization tools like Tableau. Statistical analysis, you should know more about programming languages. Like statistics. How do you work with the graphs? How do you work with different kind of stats? And for AIML, you should have experience in artificial intelligence and machine learning as well. So this is like a core. This is like a field which you can focus after your masters, right? Then cybersecurity specialist, this is like high demand right now, and they are paying a lot of money for this role because these are like the guardians of the digital world right now. Cybersecurity is like on the rise because like a lot of scams are happening in all around the world. A lot of data is getting leaked. So for that, they have cybersecurity specialists who try to assess the threats, try to minimize them, and safeguard every system in a company, right? We have cybersecurity specialist team in Volvo Cars. It's a team of 10-12 people who work over cybersecurity, and they are getting very high pay, even more pay than the managers actually, because it's a very niche skill and not a lot of people know about it. So what you need to learn about is firewalls, IDP, IDS, IPS, SIEM systems. You need to know encryption of cryptography, SSL and TLS. You need to know about penetration testing, be able to perform ethical hacking and vulnerability assessments. And then you should also know about GDPR and HIPAA. I cannot elaborate a lot right now with these GDPR and HIPAA because it will become a long session. I don't think so everybody's ready for that, right? Then you have a conclusion, right? I don't know if any teacher is here or not. I have no idea, but this is my slogan to you guys. Straight away slogan that college की पढ़ाई से कुछ नहीं होगा, करना सब खुद पड़ेगा.
Yes, भैया.
College can give you a direction, but the amount of effort you should put it actually. The things that you will do outside of your college will determine what will happen with you in the future. So that's my key line to you guys, that the amount of time and effort that you will put outside of your like college and university, building yourself is the key to get high placements actually, right? So this is the key line. Always remember this. College की पढ़ाई से कुछ नहीं होगा, करना सब कुछ खुद ही पड़ेगा, right? Okay, then this is it from my side, guys. And I sincerely thank everybody from Alexa Group to invite me. If you want to follow me on the social media, you can scan this QR, these two QRs, if you want. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm doing a lot of content creation right now on my YouTube channel, and I have a portfolio on social media. You can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on what do you say? I have a AI image generation page as well, where I generate images from AI. I make videos on AI and stuff. So you can also follow that from these QR codes, right? So any questions from your side? I'm happy to answer. Is somebody
Hello,
speaking?
Kunal sir.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm Vanshika Sabharwal, and I want to ask a question that how you got into the current company you are in, and was it difficult to get a job out of India?
Okay, so I'll give you a nice story actually here. So there was a company which came to Shark Tank called Unstop. You might have heard about it. So when I saw that there's a job listing company, I actually went to their portal, and the first thing that they were showcasing was a global internship program from Volvo Cars across the globe, from India, from Africa, from Australia, anywhere, right? Europe as well. So I applied to that program, and I didn't see what location it was on, actually. I thought it was in Bangalore, but then the first round was actually resume selection. They selected my resume. Second round uh, was like an aptitude and a coding test. I did that, and then I forgot about it because after 3-4 months, they sent a mail on February 7th that, okay, your what do you say? Your interview is
Sir, your mic has been muted again.
so I actually on February 15th I had my interview. I did my interview. So the interview was like 1.5 hour interview, and I did complete the interview in 1 hour 15 minutes, and then 15 minutes we were just chilling, me and the recruiter, because that is like very important. that you should have high confidence when you are giving interviews and stuff. Like somebody is muting my yeah, I don't know. It's not me actually. No worries. Uh, no worries, no worries. So the thing was, I where I was, they were showcasing me things about Sweden, and what I did was I asked about Sweden, and they said that okay, don't you know that the position is actually in Sweden? So in the recruitment, when I had my interview, I didn't know that the position was in Sweden. So that was not good from my side, but it was like a funny thing for everybody. Yeah. So this is how we did. I did a nice interview with them, and on March 1st, I got a call from Sweden that I have been selected. So all the preparation which I showcased you, all the things is actually the same things which I followed. And using those things, I was able to crack this internship, right? Any other questions?
So, sir, in which month does this registration process opens for the internship?
Okay, so this year they started it in April. I did post it on my LinkedIn profile. Next year they will upload it again in April as well, same. And they are hiring now more people than before. This time they hired 50 people this time. Earlier we were a batch of 13 people from different countries. 5 people were from India, and then others were from Switzerland, from France, and from Africa and stuff. But this time they hired 50 people. In the future, I think so that will be the trend. So you will have a batch of 50 people, and a lot of people from Chandigarh University did apply, but unfortunately they couldn't make it this time. But I really expect you guys to, step up the game and then be in Volvo Cars, definitely. Then, yeah. Any more questions?
So, that was for the role of AI engineer or for SDE?
For the role of SDE. So for the role of AI engineer, I'll tell you one thing. AI engineer roles are like a bridge between software engineer and a ML engineer, actually, right now. So AI engineer roles are hard to crack, right? But if you know core skills, then you will definitely be able to crack AI engineering roles as well. But first, your focus should be core skills. And if you want to go into AI engineering roles, you should learn about AI, most of the stuff, like everything, right? From machine learning algorithms, reinforcement learning, supervised, unsupervised learning, and everything. That might be included into your courses, but you should have a more grasp about it, right? Okay, so we have some hands raised, right? 1, 2, 3. So we can ask Vanchika first, I think so.
Yes, sir. I wanted to ask that I'm not from Chandigarh University, so I don't have some good mentors or seniors to help me while I'm publishing research papers. So how can I do it?
Okay, so research paper publication is actually kind of tricky. You have a lot of what do you say, publications such as IEEE publication. IEEE has a very nice portfolio of publications. So you can apply for those publications there actually, right? You can apply for if you want to write a research paper. The research paper process looks like this: like you take 10 to 20 research papers from online which are related to your field or the topic which you're looking for, and then you read through it. You find out which potential or which problem you can fix, or either you can create something like a comparison between them. Either you can tell them, okay, this is something new which I found out and I can show you. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, sorry. So actually for research papers, you first start with 10 research papers. You read them, you find out what you can do with them or what more you can provide to the research, and then you try to formulate one more like a proposal research paper, right? It's it's kind of difficult for now to explain because it's a lot of things that you have to consider, right? I can maybe share one research paper with you which is already published. I have it on my PC. right now. So research paper, credit risk analysis. Okay. Let me see if this is the research paper. I guess so. Yeah, I can share it with you once again. Sure. Okay, guys. So this is like one of the research papers which I have already published, right? So how it looks like is you have a title, Comparative Analysis of Machine Learning Algorithms for Credit Risk Assessment. So I did a research paper to figure out which algorithm will fit the credit risk assessment best, right? So we have an abstract where we tell about, okay, what we're going to do in the research paper. Then you have the introduction where you introduce the topic. What is credit risk analysis? What do we call? What are the different terminologies according to it? Then you have a literature survey where you talk about all the things, like all the researches which are done previously. So you talk about that in this whole section. Then you have inference from the related work. Okay, what you found out from this whole data, what you gonna do and what did you find out? Then you propose a methodology that I'm gonna do this thing. You tell about what data you're using, what is the size of the data, and then you tell about what algorithms you have used. So I told them I used Gaussian naive Bayes, logistic regression, decision trees, random forest, support vector machines, LDA, and KNN. Then what steps I used, pre-processing, transformation, what was the heat map and everything else. And then you do something like a confusion matrix. So in the results section, you show the confusion matrix. Okay, what was the precision, recall, F1 score, accuracy of which algorithm? You plot it, and then you provide a conclusion about it, right? You provide a conclusion regarding this. So the conclusion is might be different for different algorithms for different approaches. My conclusion was okay. So following the comprehension evaluation analysis, it was shown that Gaussian naive Bayes and linear discriminant analysis and logistic regression were providing correct credit scores or high accuracy. So I told them here, and then you have a conclusion and the future work and the references. So conclusion and future work tells you about what you're going to do in the future with the research paper or what can be done with the research paper in the future. So this is how it most likely looks like. And this research paper is published in IEEE now. So this is like more or less how the research paper looks like. It's a lot of data, but it's good to do actually. Right?
Yes, thank you very much, sir.
Okay, so Gurmeet, you can unmute yourself. Yep.
Good evening, sir. So my question to you is that as you're working full time in Volvo Cars and you're managing your social media also, so how do you manage such a time doing all these things?
So the thing is,
And
prioritization is very important here, right? You can complete your question if you want. It's okay.
no, sir, you can continue. No problem.
Okay. So the thing is that prioritization is very important when you look at these things. So the thing is that right now, what my schedule looks like, you have to be very good at time management, first of all. You have to be very good with the timetables and stuff. My daily schedule, how it looks like, I wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm not joking. I seriously wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, right? I'm not joking right now. So I wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, and I get ready. I take the first bus from my nearest bus station, because since Gothenburg has a very nice bus connectivity, so I don't need to buy a car. I don't need to rent a car. It's easy for me to go to office using bus, and most of the people here use public transport. So I take the public transport as well. So I take the first bus, which is at 5:30 in the morning. I reach the office. The gym is in the office. So I go to the gym in the morning at 5:30, 6 o'clock, I reach the gym. 6 till 8, I do my gym. Then at 8:30, I reach my office. Like my office is in a different building. So I have to just switch, right? I have to walk a little bit. I reach my office. I do my work in the office till 8 hours. And after that, I shut it down. I go home straight away. So when I go home, that is when I start working over scripts, I start working over my social media, and I also start working over what to learn next, right? So if you think about how my day looks like, is like I have more hours than other people. So other people might be waking up at 7:30 in the morning, but I am waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I have like a more 3 hours window where I can do more than others, right? So this is how you can manage. So since I also sleep at around 10:30, so I have a 6 hour sleep schedule, right? Which is important because your mind will not work properly if you don't sleep 6 hours or something. And I have already tested it before. I slept for 4 hours, 3 hours. It's very bad. Your mind doesn't work actually. So you need to have a 6 hour sleep. So I maintain that properly at 10:30 or 11. I sleep straight away. And this is how you can manage your time. So I also have like a timetable in front of me right now, like in the side, which says, okay, what time I should wake up, what time I should go to the gym, what time I should study, what time I should work over my content stuff. And the key is like on weekends, people think about, okay, we should chillax, like we should chill, right? Because it's the time when you get a little bit free time, but that is when you do the most of the stuff. I record my videos on weekends. I record 2 videos on one weekend. So that is how I do it. It might be different for you. You might not be able to manage it, but trying to prioritize things is very important in life, I'll say, right? So to have a good, what do you say, overall health, you should also try to work out. You should also try to have a nice social circle for your mental peace, but also try to do something which is out of the ordinary. It will help you and will give you a purpose in the long run, right?
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing the
Okay.
schedule. I also want to know that you can give us some interview tips, how you sit in the interview for Volvo cars, or you have flagged so many companies out there. So can you share us
Yeah.
some tips for the same?
So first tip will be dress like what do you say? Dress like a pro, you can say. You should dress very formally, right? When university says that you should dress in coat, in a coat or a tie or everything, they're not joking actually. Seriously, they know what they're talking about. So you should dress very formally when you're going to an interview. Second thing is your body language. It should be very confident, right? Suppose now I'm talking, so I'm very casual with you guys, right? This is how you should be with the interviewer, right? You shouldn't hesitate with the interviewer. You, the more you communicate with people, the more you have confidence in yourself, right? So since most of the time I'm communicating with people using English language, so my English has improved over the years. But when you're talking into the interview, you might feel a little bit scared, but don't think about it. Just think it like you're talking to a friend, right? Just think it that way, that you're talking to a friend and just give they're asking you some questions and you're just answering them, right? Second thing is the way you speak and the way you introduce yourself. So when you're doing an introduction, I like is that I give them a full gist about my resume. When they ask me, okay, introduce yourself, give them a full gist about yourself. I have done this. I have been enrolled in this university. I got this grade, and what I'd like to do outside of work. You might have some hobbies: reading books, like listening to music, going to the gym, playing table tennis. I love to play table tennis, so I usually tell them that I love to play table tennis and stuff. So when you share a lot of stuff with your, like in the first question, when you share a lot of things to the interviewer, they know that you have put in your effort, and they like that kind of attitude right now. Second thing is, the other thing is research very well about the company, right? You should research each and every bit about the company. What are their current figure sales? Who is in the management board right now? What are their mission and vision? What are they thinking in the next 5 to 10 years? Because the dynamics change in automotive industry. Fucking it dynamics every change, like every time they change. Right now, we in Volvo cars, we were looking into BEV cars. fully electric cars. But since the fully electric market is not up to speed right now, as compared to what we thought, so they are changing into PHEV. Right? PHEV is like a combination of engine cars with the electronic vehicles, which is like the best technology that Volvo Cars has right now. So we started working on to PHEV, right? So that is like one of a very key element when you might be sitting into a recruitment for Volvo Cars, and you might tell them, I read a story or like a article about PHEVs, that Volvo Cars is focusing more over PHEVs. I love this technology as well, and I think so it has a great potential. It gives a very nice impression to the recruiter that you are actually working and you are very much interested in the company. It's not like you only want the money, but you're also trying to work with the vision that they have, right? So you also get to know after looking at the sales figure that how much they can offer, right? During the negotiation stage, what are their sales figures, and
So you have muted.
talk about, suppose when you talk about what do you say, when you talk about Volkswagen, you might have seen recently that Volkswagen had to shut a lot of things, right? A lot of manufacturing units, because of which you might not be thinking to apply for jobs in Volkswagen right now, because it's not a nice market for them right now, right? So that is very important to know the company inside out, and you can find this information on stock markets straight away. It's very easy to find things on stock market, right? If you go to the Grow app, you might find the balance sheet of the company, right? And you can go through the balance sheet and see, okay, if they are going into losses or they're going into profit, right? If they are in profit, they will hire people. If they are in loss, they will fire people. It's simple math. Okay. Any more questions? There is one hand from Minu. Minu?
Hello, sir. I have completed the basics of C++, and should I have to do with DSA first or with development?
I will suggest you should go with DSA first, right? Development is secondary. If you are in your first or second semester, go with DSA first. And once you are done once you are like halfway in DSA, or like you have a little bit good grasp on topics like array, linked list and stuff, you can start with development straight away. So it's not like a short plan that when you should start, but it should be how much prioritization you can give to both of them. First, I think so you should start with DSA, and then you can move into development. Right? I think I
Okay, sir.
answered your question, right? So Pawan Kumar Sharma.
Hello, sir. I am
Hello.
Pawan Sharma from Chandigarh University. I want to know more ways to explore world rather than Volvo cars, like other hirings.
Okay.
बोल के
So
भी ओके मेरा ना एमएचपी का पेपर चल रहा था तो इस पर आया रैंडमली चिकन में खाने का
I request everyone to please mute yourself. And Kunal sir, you have been muted again.
yeah, it's okay. Sorry. Pawan, actually, if you're looking for jobs outside of Volvo Cars, like you're not focusing on Volvo Cars, you can look over platforms such as, I have a list of platforms I can share with you guys. If I go to my LinkedIn, 1 second, I posted something regarding this. 1 second, I need to find it. 1 second, 1 second. Fatal mistakes. No. Core concepts, ruin. Okay, where is it? Yeah, got it. So I shared a platform link list actually in the chat. It's platforms called Internsha, Naukri.com, Indeed, Glassdoor, LinkedIn, Unstop, Monster Jobs, Work in Denmark, Arbeitsplätzen, Made in Germany. Then you have Welcome to the Netherlands, and then Arbitsförmedling for Sweden. So companies post job postings on these sites. You can always look upon the companies on these portals. You can find based on what roles you're looking for on these portals straight away. Apart from, if you're looking to get a job in automotive industry uh, as a software engineer, my best recommendations will be Tesla for one. It's very difficult to get into Tesla actually. Second one will be Volvo Cars, definitely. They have a nice work-life balance. If you don't worry about work-life balance, go to Tesla. You will know how hard it is to be there, right? Second is Volvo Cars. I will definitely recommend. I will not recommend German companies for now, because since the Volkswagen Group is one of the biggest group there, and they had ownership of Porsche and other brands as well. So it's quite hard to get into there into that place. If you're looking for Ferrari, yeah, maybe you can get into Ferrari as well, right? Because people like companies are hiring more people from India, right? You can also look for Mahindra Motors now. You might have seen the nice BEXE, I think so, or BESE, they say, I don't know, which is like a new car that they have launched recently, which has like very nice features and stuff. So they are putting a lot of effort into R&D right now, right? So a lot of companies are there. It's a list of a lot of companies actually, but I cannot share every list because it will be a long. It will take a lot of time. So my best thing, best tip will be use these portals, which I have shared with you. Apply like create a search result based on what roles you are looking for. If you're looking for a data engineer role, go data engineer, type the location, Stockholm, Gothenburg, India, Delhi, Noida, or Australia and stuff, and start applying there. The thing is, if you're looking for jobs more abroad, the places where I would recommend is more Singapore, Australia. I would recommend Sweden, definitely. I would recommend Norway. I would recommend I will recommend about what do you say, Luxembourg. I will recommend you guys Dubai. Yeah, it's a nice place. You also save taxes. I will not recommend you guys for USA just because of the H-1B visa problem. So you get H-1B visas, which is very difficult to get actually. So I will not recommend that. But these are some of the places which I will recommend, Denmark and other places. Yeah.
Thank you, yeah.
Okay. Any other questions?
There was a hand raised by Devang, so you can ask your question if you are still here in the meeting. If there is any other question, please go ahead and ask, sir.
One more question, Vaya. When you will be visiting again our college, Chandigarh University?
Okay. So next year, I have a plan to visit university. Might be during my graduation, right? Might be during my graduation when I will have my like graduation ceremony or something. Might be then during September or during October, definitely. So I will have a chat with the authorities, like teachers in Chandigarh University, and we'll see if they can manage to have like a session there. So I will look into it, because we had a chat before regarding this, that that they wanted this kind of a session, but more in person in the university. So I'll have a chat with the director and we'll see how it happens, right? How it goes.
Thank you, Vaya.
Yep. Devang, I think
So
so.
now,
You raised your hand. Or Vanshika, you can say. Yep.
Yes, so I was asking that do you have any specific suggestions related to the internships which we must do in our semesters? And also, how can we get referrals for
Referrals.
internship or job roles?
Yeah. So unless you will do one internship, you will not be able to get a referral straight away. My question is, to crack first internship is very difficult. So when you're looking for internships, my recommendations is first go to Internshala, right? Second, go to Naukri, then go to Indeed, right? And the last option for you, Internshala, Naukri, Indeed, Unstop, and last resort should be LinkedIn, right? But since Internshala is specifically focused towards internships, so you will get a lot of internships from there. First internship, if you get for if you get no money out of it, it's okay. Okay, I did my few internships which I did for no money actually, right? So I will not recommend for you guys to pay money for the internship, where there are some companies which say, okay, can you we will provide you an internship certificate and you need to pay 2,000 rupees or something to enroll into the internship. You should just run away from those internships straight away, right? So first internship is hard to crack, and if you don't get some money out of it, it's okay, you get the experience first of all, and you can put something on your resume. Then second and third internship, you should definitely look forward getting some money out of it. So the internship which I did in Born Monkey actually gave me 10,000 rupees for like 2 months, because I was free during my June and July. You have vacations during those time. So instead of going out and things, I looked up for a remote internship and I got one. So that actually paid me well, and I was able to fix things as well. So, I was able to learn things. So it's important for you to do one internship, but after third semester or something, since till then you can get a grasp about C++ and other programming languages, and you might get good at it, right?
Yes, sir. Should we explore different domains while we are in college and do different type of internships, or focus on just one type of internship or role?
The thing is that what you like to do, that is more or less what my answer will be. If you want to work with cloud, then you should focus over DevOps engineering and stuff. If you want to work with data, then definitely go with data analysis roles or data engineering roles, internships in that field. If you want to work with core software engineering, then definitely you will look for SDE internships, right? If you're looking for what do you say, SQL administrator, so definitely it's a role which is there. So it depends on you how you want to do it. Uh, a lot of things, a lot of if you go too much into variety, it can affect you, right? You might be confused at the end which place you want to go, right? So on YouTube, you can always search for roles, right? Which roles, what are the benefits, pros and cons. And from there, you can decide, okay, this industry is giving me more money, this industry is giving me less money, and this is a nice place to work, right? So, such as cybersecurity, it's like an untapped market right now, I'll say. Cybersecurity is untapped right now. Companies are hiring rigorously for cybersecurity specialists. And if you know cybersecurity and ethical hacking, it's a win-win situation for you, right? So, but don't focus more over popular roles, right? Be different. Be different in your own way, right? Okay. I think so. I was able to answer your question, Vanchika. Maybe not that direct, but yeah.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yes.
Good evening, भैया.
Good evening.
My doubt is related to भैया DSA. Means how much DSA is important.
Okay, so I'll give you like what do you say?
Like
A straight
someone
answer
is
that DSA is like what do you say? For DSA, I'll say that okay, one second. Yeah. So for DSA, it's like there is no end to it. It's like mathematics, right? There's no end to mathematics. There's no end to DSA. As much as you practice over the years, as much as you learn, right? So there is no fixed hard and fast rule that today that a lot of recruiters, or sorry, a lot of creators, they say, do 360 questions. You are done for your life now. That's not the case. When I was doing, when I still do lead coding every day now, they add new questions into the lead code. every day they add 1 or 2 new questions into it. The database is expanding rigorously. The questions are changing rigorously. They are also tapping into untapped algorithms. Earlier, they were not too much focused over Dijkstra's algorithm or Euler's stuff. They were not tapping into those things, but now companies have started doing it as well. So there is no end to it, right? I know it might feel disheartening, right? But this is actually the reality which I'm saying right now, right? So you should uh, focus over what is that? You should focus over learning. Okay, every day learn something new. You saw that I did a learning from Udemy in October 2024. I have a lot of learnings which I have been doing continuously. I'm learning Scala right now, and Apache Spark, and that I'm doing from Udemy still. So I'm learning today as well. As of now, after this session, I will start learning. Okay, so the learning never ends in computer science. Okay, so that is my go-to tip to you, that don't think about how much is okay for you. Just enjoy the process and keep doing it. Okay.
Yes, Bhaiya.
Yes.
One more question is that for company like a startup, we necessary to done DSA like dynamic programming and graph and all.
Okay, so if you're looking for startups, they might not focus more over dynamic programming stuff, because they want persons who can do like different jobs at one time, right? So they might not be focusing over those kind of hard topics. But if you talk about Google and Meta, they might be looking into those kind of topics. But for those, I don't think so. They will look into it. Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I would like to invite Gunpreet Kaur, the community manager of ADC, and I would request her to share her screen to present the token of appreciation to our speaker. Thank you so much, sir, for your sharing your entire journey and making special time for us. That's truly appreciable, and we are really encouraged, and we hope that we go on the same roadmap as you have said us. Thank you so much once again, sir.
No worries. Thank you for having me. Thank you so much. And just keep hustling, dream big, and achieve it actually. Right.
I would request everyone to on their camera so that we can have screenshot with Kunal sir to remember the session. Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so
Have a
much, sir.
nice day, everybody. Okay. Have a nice day. Bye bye.